Yeah, good evening. So in the last session, we covered about arrays concept. Still, we need to discuss some more topics about the arrays. This is very important topic, as well as per the examination point of view also, this is very important. So first topic is, what are the different methods we have with arrays? What are the different functionalities we can implement? Let me tell you a few of them. The methods we can apply on arrays are push, pop, unshift, shift, index of, slice. These are very frequently used methods. We can apply these methods with arrays. Now let us see how to apply these methods and what is the use of these methods. Let us discuss one by one. First one is push method. As a name, we can understand the nature of it. The push method is used to add the elements at the end of the array. Okay. We can add the elements at the end of the given array. See the example. Suppose I have the array. Array name is numbers. VAR. Array name is numbers. And I have 4 elements in the array. 10, 20, 30, 40. This is how to declare a single dimensional array. Already we covered in the last session. Now I am using push method. See how to use push method. First, we need to write array name. What is our array name? Numbers in this example. Okay, write the array name. Numbers dot call the method. What is the meaning of call? I will cover to you in the functions concept. Numbers dot push. We must write the function name. And this method takes one argument. This method takes one argument. We need to pass that argument. Then that argument will be added at the end of the existing numbers in the array. Before adding 50, we have the numbers in the array are 10 to 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. After implementing push method, if you want to execute output statement console.log or document.write, if you want to print the numbers available in the numbers array, you will get the output like 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 also. Okay, because we added this 50 with help of the push. And with help of the push, we can add the element at the end only. You can observe 50 is at the end of the given array. And this is how to implement push. Next, second method is pop. So by the name, you can understand the nature of it also. Pop method is used to remove the last element. Pop method is used to remove the last element in the array. See the same example. Numbers is the array name. I have 4 elements in that. Those are 10, 20, 30, 40. If you write numbers.pop, if you write numbers.pop, this statement is used to pop the last element. What is the last element we have in the given array? That is 40. So the last element will be popped, or simply the last element will be deleted. Okay. And one more important point is this method returns the last element which was deleted. For example, if you write print statement console.log or document.write numbers.pop. So what is the element being popped? That element is returned by this numbers.pop. So the output of this statement is 40 because 40 was popped up. Suppose if you write the same code again, console.log numbers.pop. So after popped up the 40, we have the elements 10, 20, 30 only. In that, the last element is 30. So that last element 30 will be deleted. After that, I want to check the array, how many elements that has. Console.log array name numbers. We have only two elements, 10, comma 20, because 40 is removed or 30 is also popped up. This is how to implement pop method. Third method, unshift. All are in lowercase letters, don't give space anywhere. This unshift method is used to add the element. Before this, we discussed about the deletion, right? So this is about adding. Unshift, the method is used to add the element in the first position. This is important point. Unshift is used to add the element. The position is important, that is in the first position. So it is just like a counterpart of the push method. What is the importance of push method? That is used to insert the element in the last position. Push. Okay, this is insert the element or add the element at the first position. So that is the major difference between push and unshift. Next, see the example. Same array we created with 4 numbers. After that, I am implementing unshift method. The way to call the unshift method is array name dot unshift. Array name is numbers. Numbers dot unshift, and you must write the element, which element you want to write in the first position. So in this example, I want to insert, I want to add the element 50 in the first position for the existing array. So we executed this. After that, I want to recheck that whether the element is added or not in the first position. For that, I am writing the statement again. Console.log numbers array name. After executing this statement, you will get the output 50. So this was added with help of the unshift operation. 50 is added in the first position, and the remaining elements will be displayed as is. Those are 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is how to implement unshift. Next method is shift method. You can easily understand that. Okay. Shift. This method is used to remove. This method is used to remove and return. Remove and return the first element. Okay. Shift method is used to remove the first element. If you execute that particular method shift, that returns the removed element. Example, same array, but here I'm writing shift numbers dot shift. So we are not passing any argument here. Observe numbers dot shift. There is no any argument because it is used to remove the first element. So we need not to pass any argument. Automatically, that shift method identifies the first element in the given array, and that identified first element will be deleted. See, after implementing this shift operation, I want to print the elements what the array numbers has. So after execution of this, you will get the output 20, 30, 40 because the first element 10 is removed. 10 is deleted by using the shift method. Next, index of. So by reading that word, you can understand the purpose of the index of. This method is used to find the index of a particular element. We need to pass one element as an argument for this method, and this method is going to find at which position, at which index that particular element is available in the given array. Okay. If the element is present multiple times, there is a chance for that also. Okay. If the element present multiple times, more than one time, this method returns index of the first occurrences. Okay. For example, in the given array, we have 10 multiple times, two times in this example. If we write index of 10, array name numbers dot index of 10. If we write index of 10, actually we have two indices now for 10, 0, 1, 2. So in that, this is 0, 1, 2. So the number 10 indices are 0 and 2. So we have two indices for the index for the element 10. So if you write index of 10, we have two indices. But when the particular element has multiple times, then the first occurrence is only returned. So see this, the first occurrences of the 10, nothing but at which index the first occurrences of the 10 is placed at index 0. That's why it is removed, it is returning 0. The next in numbers dot index of 50. I want to know what is the index of 50. But actually, if you observe this, there is no 50 in the given array. Okay, there is no 50 in the array. But what happens if you are writing the code like this? So if that particular element is not found, it returns -1. If the element is found, it returns index value of that particular element, case 1. Case 2, if the element has repeated multiple times, then it returns first occurrences of the element. Important point 2. Next important point is if that particular element is not found in the given array, it returns -1. Okay. Last one, sixth one, slice method. Slice means nothing but a part of the actual one, right? That is the general meaning. So you can apply the same meaning here also. We can use slice operator to get the part of the given array. To get the part of the given array as a slice, nothing but what is the part you want to display, that part is called slice. Okay. If you want to get any part, you can use slice method. And the slice method has two parameters. Slice method has two parameters. First is begin and second one is end. Nothing but this syntax is used to return the array of the elements from begin index, from this index, from the begin index to end -1 elements. This is very, very important point. Okay, slice begin in. This is used to retrieve the elements from the begin index, where begin and end are the numerical values that are used to represent the index values of the given elements. Okay. Begin means begin index. End means we are writing one index value, but end minus one index elements only will be printed. I will give the example for that to understand. So this is our array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Now I want to get slice of the array, nothing but part of the array. Simply numbers dot array name is numbers, right? So we need to write that array name dot slice begin one. Begin one means index one. Start element index is 0. Second element index is 1. And third element index is 2 and so on. This is the common method. We know that. Now, slice 1 means what is the element available at index 1? That is 20. 5 means you should not see the index element available at the fifth index. You must go for end minus 1. Last element is excluded. Okay. So the last element value is 5. So we need to check for the elements, check for the indices values. 5 minus 1, that is 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how to implement slice. Then after that, if you want to print console.log number 1, so it is going to print the slice what we created. That is from the first index to fourth index. 10, sorry, 20, because we are starting is 1, 1, 20, 30, 40, and 50 also. Okay, because the last value is 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. The fourth index element is 50. Next use case of the slice is if you are not passing the begin and index values. If you are not passing any begin and index values, it is used to return the total array. Okay. For example, in this statement, we are using numbers dot slice, but we are not passing any argument values like this, starting and end minus 1. We are not passing any arguments. In this case, it returns the complete array. What is the array we have before this statement? This one. Okay, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this case, the number 2 value becomes 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So like that, we can implement slice operator. Next, very, very important topic, functions. Already we started few points. We discussed a few points in the last session. What is function? How to write the function? What is function calling statement? How to implement the functions? And what is the keyword we used to implement the functions? We covered these points in the last session, but anyway, let me cover that also to understand the remaining points. See, a function is a reusable piece of code. Nothing but you can write a function only once and you can call it a number of the times based on your requirement. That is the meaning of reusable piece of code. A function is a reusable piece of code. Then after creating a function, one more important point, while you are creating a function, we use braces. Depending on the language, that may be differ. Suppose in Python, if you want to create a block, we use spaces only. But in C, CPP, Java, JavaScript also, we use curly braces to create a block. Then after creating a function, you can call it anywhere. Nothing but you can call it from anywhere from the program and any number of the times also. Okay. So multiple times if you want to call the same function. So what is the benefit for the from this? Because we no need to write multiple times the same function. Write only once, use many number of the times. That is the advantage of the this functions concept. And how to use these functions in real time. In real time, suppose if you want to develop a major project in the sense a lengthy project. Let us say that application has 1,000 lines of the code, 2,000 lines of the code. If you write the complete 2,000 lines of the code as a single function, as a single program, it is very difficult to develop as well as it is very difficult to debug also. For example, if you have an error, it is very difficult to find the error and correct the error. So that's why in the real time, generally a big task or project is divided into modules. And to implement each and every module, we use several functions. For example, if you are working with any ERP applications, enterprise resource applications, like banking applications. So if you want to know deposits, withdrawals, how many candidates are entered into the bank on a particular day, and so on. So such type of the information, if you want to know, it is better to divide your activities into several parts. These parts are used by the different functions. For example, in the banking application, you can write one function for the withdraw. So withdraw function responsibility is to implement the logic related to withdraw. Deposit, that is also one function. With the name deposit, we can create one function. That logic is used to withdraw the amount and so on. Like that, depending on your requirement, you can develop your own function. Okay. So in functions, we have two categories. Those are predefined and user defined. You may have used this alert and write, right? These are predefined functions. See how to write a function definition. So function definition means in this context, definition means how to create a function. Okay. Function definition means in this context, how to create a function. Creating of a function technically called function definition. We are giving the definition to the function. Definition means what is the task you want to do with that function. What is the task you want to implement it in that function. Writing that code is called function definition. Okay, right. See how to write function definition within the script tag. Within the script tag, function, function, it is a keyword, space. After the function, give the space, function name. Okay, you can give any function name. After that, within the parenthesis, it has parameter list in this example, but actually your function may or may not have the parameter list depending on your requirement. As a developer, you can decide that whether we need to use or not that particular parameters. So with parameters, without parameters, two are valid. After that, you should not write any semicolon. Observe here. Okay, here I am not writing any semicolon. Function, function name, parameter list. Don't write any semicolon in the statement. If you write any semicolon in the statement, that becomes invalid. Okay, with one semicolon, the total function will be invalid, will not be executed. And create the block using the curly braces. and write the statement or statements, whatever you want to implement as part of the function. Suppose it is a withdrawal function, you need to write the code related to withdraw. If it is a deposit function, you need to write the code related to deposit and so on. Okay, right. See how to write a function. A example script function. Function name is say hello. Can give any name. So I am giving a name say hello. And within the function, within the body of the function, or you can say within the block of the function, we need to write any output statement like alert, document dot write, console dot log, all are valid. Just write hello there, document dot write, hello there, or console dot log, hello there, all are valid. But this code is not completed. This is a partial code only. Why this is partial code? We are writing complete function definition, right? No, even though it is still incomplete because there is no function calling statement. If your code has the functions concept, you must write the function calling. Without calling, the function should not be executed, even though if you write the definition. The next point is you may think that how to call the function. What I'm saying is calling a function is compulsory. If you write a function in your code, the function won't be executed. Simply, if you write the function definition, the function won't be executed. If you want to execute a particular function, you must call it. You must write function calling. Then what is function calling? What happens inside the function calling? Function calling means function calling means so whenever you write any function, the function will be in the inactive mode. When you write the function calling statement, then only the function will be activated. Suppose in a project I have written 10 methods. But if you are not writing the function calling statement, those 10 methods will not be executed. Okay, there is no use even though if you write the function definition without writing the function calling. That's why you must write the function calling statement also if you are using any function in your project. Let me show you how to write that. See HTML, head part, script. Observe this. Function is a keyword. Say hello is a method name. And within that block, we are writing a output statement that is document.write. Now, yes, this is good. Writing a definition, function definition, writing the logic in the function definition is good. Closing the script. Okay. Closing the head also. And within the body part, see, click the following button to call the function. I want to display the text. Observe here. Click the following button to call the function. This is the output screen. Okay, I have taken a screenshot of the output and I pasted here. Observe the output screen. Click the following button to call the function that will be displayed. Okay, the text will be displayed first. So you must understand that as a user, click the following button to call the function. So when you clicked on that, when you clicked on that particular button, this method will be inactivated. Then what is this form tag? Just creating the form within the page. Now this is very important. See, input tag. See, input tag. Input tag is used to create the components in HTML. Input tag that is used to create several controls in the HTML. Controls mean an example of controls is a button, a label, combo box. All these are called controls. If you want to create the controls, you can go for this one. Now see, in this example, I want to create a control that is button. I want to create a button first. That's why input space type equals to button. We need to write this. Input type equals to button. Nothing but a button is created. Now on click single word, don't give the space after on. On click equals to say hello within the double quotation marks. What does it mean? Is internally this JVM compare calls the whatever the function name you have. Suppose here at the on click, I have the function name say hello. So when you clicked on that particular button, the say hello function will be called. See on click, when you clicked on that particular button, what will be happen? The function will be called. Which function will be called? Say hello. Do we have any function with the name say hello in our code? Yes, obviously. We have the say hello function here. So that will be called whenever you clicked on this button. Okay. Then value equals to say hello. What is the meaning of this is value attribute is used to print the text on the button. If you observe the button, on the button, we have the text say hello, right? Observe here on the button, we have the text say hello. So value is an attribute that is used to print the text on the button. What is the text you are writing here? The same text will be displayed on the created button. So with help of this, we can creating a button and we are writing something on the button. And whenever the user clicked on that particular button, automatically that is used to call say hello function. You must remember these points. Okay. After that, palm close. If you want to write paragraph, that is you can, that is optional, that is not compulsory. Paragraph tag P. Use different text in write method and try. Okay. You can use different methods here. For example, if you create one more function with a different name and repeat this statement again, repeat this statement again, and you try with the different values, then you will get good idea about this. So what we covered here, what is function calling? A function calling is a statement that is used to activate the function. How to write the function calling? Just write the function name. That function may or may not have the arguments. And how to call the function? Generally, in the HTML, we use controls to call the functions. In this example, what is the control I am using? Button. Okay. Then how to create the button? With help of the input tag. Input type equals to button. On click equals to function name. Value equals to say hello. Nothing but when you clicked on that say hello, and what is the text you want to display on the button. That's it. This is about how to calling a function. So if you have this question in the final examination, you must write the complete code like create a function and calling a function. Next important point is, as I said to you already, a function may or may not have the parameters. Nothing but a function may or may not receive the values. Same code, if you observe, the small change is here I am writing name comma age, but we didn't write that name comma age in the previous code. That is a major difference. See here, in the previous code, we have written say hello, that's it. No any parameters, no values within the bracket. But here we have written some names, name, age within the parentheses. These are called parameters. Technically, this should be called as a function with two parameters. Function is say hello. Function space function name is say hello. We have two arguments. Those arguments name is name comma age. So when you call this particular method, we need to pass these two values. Right. So while we are calling this function, we need to call two parameters because we defined a function with two parameters here. Okay. And within the body, just I am writing a output statement, document.write. I want to print the value of name variable. So name value is and age value is like that you can write. You can customize it in different ways. Suppose document.write within the double quotation mark name is plus name. Otherwise, if you write the same the code, whatever you have here, name, the value will be printed here, concatenated with is. Okay, we are writing double quotation marks. So this word or this number of the words will be added or concatenated to that value. Plus concatenation age, the value of the age variable will be printed here. Concatenated with years old. Okay? In the place of the name will be printed. In the place of the age of that particular person will be displayed. Okay. But we don't have any values in the name and age as of now. Then close the function, close the script, close the head. Coming to the body tag, click the following button to call the function. Okay. Just we are giving some information to the user. What is the information we are printing here? Click the following button. Click the following button to call the function. So we displayed one button here. Whenever user clicked on that particular button, the function will be called. That is the meaning of that text. Now, how to create the button and how to give the name to that input. Now, see, on click, say hello, Zara 7. So let me show you in detail. So when you call this function like this, the first argument value will be copied into the first parameter, Zara into name. Okay. And the second value will be copied into the second variable name or second parameter name in the say hello function. So Zara will be copied into the name variable. 7 will be copied into the age. After that, whenever you're trying to writing a output statement, name is age years old. So in the place of the name and age, which is in the black color, okay, name and age, Zara will be printed here, 7 will be printed here. So Zara is 7 years old. Now it's good, it gives some sense. Okay, then value is nothing but display text on the button. What is the value you are giving here as a value of the button? That text will be displayed on the button. Then you can use different parameters inside the function and then try. This is for your information only. This is not a part of the actual code. So this is about how to use parameters in the functions. Let me give a simple example. Declaring a function, or you can say defining a function. Function name, add numbers. It has two parameters, a comma b. We will pass those values while calling the function. Console.log, A plus B. I want to print A plus B. Addition of A and B. Now, as I covered already, even though if you write the function that will not be executed, you must write function calling statement. See how to call the function, function name, and within the parentheses, you must call how many numbers you declared, how many variables you declared, a comma b 2. So you need to pass two values, add numbers 2 comma 3. So in this case, the internal process will be the second parameter will be copied into the second parameter, and first value will be copied into the first parameter 2 3. And if you want to print console.log 2 plus 3 5, so 5 will be the output. Next, add numbers 1 comma 3. So 1 will be available at A, B will be available at B. Console.log A plus B, 1 plus 3. So 4. 4 is the answer. Next. Next point is a JavaScript function can have the optional return statement. As of now, we didn't use any return statement. So what is return statement? What is the use of return statement? We will cover now. Suppose if you want to return a value from a function. In the previous example, we pass the values to the function. We pass the values to the function. But suppose if you want to values from the function, how to return the values from this function to this place, reverse. Okay, how to do that? For that, we use return statement. We use return statement in the function. The return statement generally used to return the values from the function to the calling place. The return statement is used to return the values from function calling place, from the function to function calling place. Okay. And the statement should be the last statement in a function in general, because whenever the return statement is being executed, the function terminates the execution of the function, then it moves from the that particular function to another function. That's why it is recommended to write return statement at the last of the given function. Now, see the example, very important and very frequently asked question. Write a JavaScript function to check whether the given number is even or not. Okay. Write a JavaScript function to check whether the given number is even or not. Before implementing this, you must know what is the general rule to determine whether the given number is even or not. If you divide a number with 2, if the remainder is equals to 0, then you can say that that number is even. That's it. Okay. Further, I am defining a function keyword. Function name is even. It takes one argument in the runtime. See this, we are calling the function with two different values. One is even, one is not even. So when you write this statement, console.log is even function will be called, and at the time of the calling, it passes the values 15 to the number num, and 15 in the case of 15 modulus division 2 is equals to 0. Nothing but do we get remainder 0 if you divide 15 with 2? Obviously no, because 2 7 times 14, remainder is 1, not 0. So in this case, okay, if it is true, it returns true. If it is true means the remainder is equals to 0, it returns true. True means the given number is even. Else, so in the 15 case, that is else part, because it becomes false. After executing this, you can try with the different values. For example, second example, I am calling the same method with the value 10, with the value 10. So the 10 will be redirected to this place. 10 modulus division 2 is equals to 0. Yes, obviously true. 10 modulus division 2 means 2 5 times 10 0. So the remainder is 0. 0 is equals to 0. Obviously true. If it is true, the control enters into the black. What we have here, return true. So in this case, that returns true. If it is returning true means the given number is even. That is the meaning of this. Instead of the false and true, if you want to write the text like the given number is even, the given number is not even also, you can write by using the console.log or document.write. Okay, all are valid. Now this is also very frequently asked question. Write a JavaScript code to find the factorial of a given number using functions. Okay, if you get this question, just remind this code and try to understand it and try to write this code in the exam. See, this is the function. Here I have an argument. Within the body, result equals to 1. By default, we are storing 1 in the variable result. See, for loop. So we have used for loop here and a function. Within the function, we are using for loop. I equals to 2. Okay, starting from 2 and I less than or equals to n, I plus plus. Result equals to result into I. What does it mean? Starting value is 1, result value 1 into I, that is 1 into 2. Result value is 1, multiplication I value is 2. 1 into 2 will be calculated first. Next I plus plus now, I plus plus will be executed. I becomes 3. 3 less than or equals to number, any number. Okay. So in the case of the 4, so number value is 4. 3 less than or equals to 4. Yes, that is true. So it comes to the body. Result equals to result into I. In the previous iteration, the result has 1 into 2. Na? In this case, again I value is 3. 1 into 2 into 3. Again I plus plus 4. 4 less than or equals to 4. True. Result into I. So in the previous iteration, the result was 1 into 2 into 3. Now into 4. Again I plus plus. I becomes 5. I value is 5 now. 5 less than or equals to 4. False. So when it false, it comes out from the particular function. Okay. And after that, I want to return the result. The result is, if it is factorial of 4, that returns 24. In the case of 5, it returns 120. So, so this is about functions concept. So let me cover the important points in a quick. So today's session we cover some methods. The methods what with which we can work with the arrays. Those are push pop, shift unshift, index of, slice. Push, that is used to insert the element at the end. Pop, remove the element from the end. Unshift, add the element in the first position. Shift, remove the element from the first position. Okay, you must remember these points. Index of, it is used to return the index of the given parameter. Case 1. If you are giving one value, the element is not found in the given array. In such cases, it returns -1. Slice by the name. Slice means part, some part of the particular thing. So here also same thing. If you want to get a part or portion of the given array, you can use slice operator. And it has two parameters, begin and end minus 1. Begin value indicates starting point of the slice. End is used to indicate end point, but here the important point is the last index value from the slice is end minus 1 only, not end. Nothing but if you write the last element index is 5, you must check that 1 to 4 only. Last element is excluded. Okay. Functions, reusable code, a particular blank, and definition you must write. Without writing the function calling statement, function will not be executed. That function may or may not have the parameters. The function may or may not return the values. How to write the function? With the keyword function. How to call the method? We have different methods. In this our session, we used some controls. Controls means button, label, text box, or are called buttons. So we need to create the buttons or controls. How to create the controls? With the help of the input tag. And the attribute we are using type input, type assignment. If you want to create the button, write a button. If you want to create the label, write label there. So here, as per my example, I want to create the button. So button on click equals to say hello. When you click on that, say hello function will be activated, and the display text is value. Okay, that is say hello. That same text, whatever you are writing here, that will be displayed on the button. So run the program, click on the button, you will see. Okay. What will be the output of this code if you execute this? Hello, hello there. Okay. Then function parameters. We can pass the values with help of the parameters. While calling the function, we need to pass the values. Sequential order is important. First, first parameter will be stored in the first parameter, and the second value will be stored in the second parameter. This is the example to implement the addition of the two numbers with help of the functions concept. After that, we implement a return statement. Return statement is used to return some values from the function. Okay. And these values will be returned to the function calling statement. And if you want to return, you can, otherwise no need to write the return statement. Generally, it is suggestible to write the return statement at the end of the method. So that's it. And this is the example to find the factorial of a given number. I will share this document with you. Go through with these. If you have any doubts, you can reach me. I will try to clarify your doubts. Okay, right. Thank you. Bye.